So that closed unit goal is huge. We're having a phenomenal year. We got a great amount of units pending right now. So great job. And let me jump to the next slide. Hey, Aiden, I'm getting hung up a little bit. All right, cool. So here is our June production. We did $31 million in volume with over 45 transactions closed. I mean, our goal was 40, and we were at like 52. We crushed our conversations. Our appointments set to met were pretty decent, but these under contracts to close were just huge. So 17 listings and then 32 buy-side units. And that's what I'm saying. If we can just stay consistent with this number here all the way through, and you guys start adding to your own conversations in business, it's going to be huge. So good job there. Now we're going to break out our teams. These are new agents, seasoned agents, experienced agents. Our View team are the independent agents. They closed 24 transactions, $18 million in volume, and they just put a bunch of deals under contract with only 286 conversations. Because guys like Scott, who are experienced, who have a nice, predictable business, have less conversations with tons of closings, and that View team hit all of their goals for the month, and I'm just proud of those guys. So good job right there. 18 million. And then we're going to move to our Velocity team. This is the June production. The Velocity team are newer members, a couple years into the business, that are going to start accepting lead flow, and we're generating more business for that Velocity team. We didn't quite hit the goals we needed. It was going to be 4 buyer closed and 1 listing. We only ended up having 2. So the Velocity team is only about 17 members, and we're working with them on a daily basis right now to get those numbers up. But what I did like was Raquel is on the board with 17,000 FUB points, Girk 17,000 FUB points, David 12,000 FUB points, and then Roberto and Rafa are right there in like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place. And those FUB activity points are what's going to generate you closings, right? And give you more conversations. So as long as they're doing this job of 15,000 points or more, you're going to be steady this year. If you want to get into high production, you got to get up to that 30,000 point factor in FUB. For our Vision team, these are seasoned, lead flow, Zillow Flex, people that are on this Vision team. Guys came in a little low as well. Only 12 units closed to the 20 we wanted, but we do have a bunch under contract. So you got your lead measure and your lag measure, and the conversations were a little low. So what we need, the Vision team that's experienced, that closes a lot of deals and makes a lot of money, starts getting a little complacent. We need to get back in there and keep that hunt alive. Scott knows exactly what I'm talking about. We do it every year, but these guys had 20,000 in points, 17,000, and then Anthony had 8,000, but he closed like 3 transactions. So you can see those transactions will take you away from some of that activity, but still, that's a great number to have. So the Vision team, kudos, you guys did a good job anyway. Now, all that hard work pays off. We just had 3 agents cap. We have Rafa, Roberto, and Heidi. They hit their cap. It's already the middle of the year, and they are 100% for the rest of the year. The Italian stallions over here. And Heidi's great. She's been with me for a long time, but she came back in. We changed up our commissions, and we're working different, and she capped out really fast. So I'm super proud of you guys. Good job there. All right, our Zillow Flex team production for June. Check this out. So there's the Zillow team. We had $5 million in volume, 17 under contract, 10 closed units. 5 of those are active listings on the market, and then Roberto was the top agent in volume with 955,000. I haven't seen you up there before, man. That's awesome to see. You worked really hard. I know it took a while, but dude, was it worth it at least? Yeah, sure. You made it, but great job to these guys. We we are absolutely crushing our numbers with Zillow Flex. We are promised more leads. As more agents come in, we want more leads and keep feeding the family. So fantastic job there. Broker Minute, I'm going to kick it over to Trina because she's our compliance guru around here, and she will smack you if you don't do your job on your compliance. Is that true?
True.
Okay.
But by the way, he was going to do this himself. I had to convince him like right before the meeting that this is my shit. So compensation, signed BBRA. Now who knows when we should be getting a signed BBRA and duties owed? Should we do it before?
Well, let's
or
put
after?
somebody on the spot.
Come on.
Let's put, who should we
When
do?
do
You
we
call
do
it
it?
out. When should we do it?
First speed.
Girk.
Come on.
When do we sign the BBRA? Speak into the microphone. Tell us.
The duties owed I get signed usually on the first appointment, and then the BBRA I get signed when I know there's some level of they want to commit with me. BBRA is a little bit like everyone's a little bit different when they want to sign the BBRA. I kind of like to wait until like I have some commitment from them before I want to get it signed.
Are you showing homes before you have the BBRA signed?
No.
Okay. You have to have it signed before you show homes.
Right.
I don't care if you show up at the house
Right.
with the BBRA and have them wet sign. You do not walk into the house without the BBRA.
Right.
All right?
So Trina, I don't want to lose the client. If I put this form in front of them, they're going to lose their mind and they're not going to write an offer with me today. What should I do?
Explain that one, it can be canceled at any time, section 14, until you write an offer. But two, if they're not going to sign, are they really committed? I mean, really. You can't lose what's already lost. If they just want to see a home and they want you to open doors, that's not what we do. We're professionals. We're there for a purpose and a commitment. So if you explain it the right way and you go into it with intelligence and with professionalism, I've never had a problem having one signed. I've never gotten pushback. And once again, if they don't like you, if you're not jiving with each other, they can either, you can refer them out to another agent, or it's just not going to work out. If they're not going to sign and they don't like you, it's not going to work out anyway.
And running around through a few homes, it's okay.
Yes.
Really, because you're earning trust, you're building rapport. Say what?
Show the house.
Show the house, and then as you're walking out of the house, having
Yeah.
a second copy, be like, I just need to have this signed for Nevada law, and I'm putting it in my file. But what you can do with it at any given time, you can crumble this up and throw it out. It's as simple as that. You're not stuck in a contract with me. It's just for compliance with my brokerage, and throw it on us.
Yeah.
Like my broker needs this information, and I could just write in Las Vegas, we could look at 1,000 houses and you can throw it out. But at least you did your job. And if you can get a signature, you do get a little bit better of a commitment. So good job, good answers. Let's follow that flow. A BBRA isn't going to kill us, but it's certainly the way that we're taught, and we want to be the right kind of professionals. Good job, Gherkinator. All right, what's next on our compliance list?
All right, listing agreements must be broker signed, must, and updated into CSU immediately. When you get that agreement, we need to go into CSU. There should be a transaction already started, right? You've had an appointment. You've actually worked with the client. They've agreed to work with you. You need to have that listing agreement, and it needs to be in CSU. It has to be signed by the broker, okay? And if it's not signed in CSU, it doesn't exist. I mean, I know that you guys have heard this. If it's not documented, it never happened.
One of the biggest challenges we see is everybody gets excited and they kind of skip the compliance stuff or don't have enough proper conversations up front, and then you find yourself kind of scrambling, and that could get you in trouble.
Yeah.
So just try to be a little bit more proactive. That's why we brought that up here again today.
Okay, and it just helps you. When you call me and you say I need help on something, I really can't help unless I can go into CSU, see what you have, see what you don't have. I'm not looking at the agreement, so how am I supposed to help?
Yeah, we pride ourselves on being extremely available for everybody in here,
Yeah.
but when we're like, hey, can I look at that doc, and it takes you 45 minutes to find it in your email, it's like, come on, guys, like you gotta just be a little bit more efficient, and all that is just keeping your CSU files nice and tight. That's all we're looking for.
And FUB and CSU, they do talk. They're trying to, we try to make it as easy as possible, but just get those transactions in there. It's just gonna help you overall, and it allows us to help you call Aaron, you call myself, the first thing I'm gonna look at is I'm gonna look up your records, your clients, and go, I don't see anything. If I look in FUB, and you're like, well, this person's saying this and saying that, I look it up in FUB, I don't see anything. Did you have that discussion? I have no idea. So help me help you with these type of things. Now, contract uploads. Within 24 hours of acceptance, open a CSU file and load every contract, disclosure, everything you have, okay? Get the disclosures out there. It is so nice when they start signing, you know, they do the duties owed, they do the RPA, everything's out there. Just keep them signing. Send the disclosures out. It's not gonna hurt, and they know this is a process. They've committed to the process. They've signed the RPA. They're in contract. Just get them out there. You can say in the email, I have templates for this, that these are for compliance. These are purely informational. And it's the easiest thing ever to just say, this is part of the process. Get them out of the way.
The one thing I really hate is this number here. It says your listing must go live within 24 hours of signing a listing agreement. Has anybody put their listing on the market within 24 hours of leaving the house? No. Okay, so they say that. So what we want you to do, morning guys. I want you to upload those contracts in the CSU. We know we met with the owner, everything's signed, it's listed in there. But if you're gonna do like Zillow Showcase, and you're gonna use that marketing, it takes like 3 or 4 days to get Zillow Showcase set up, plugged in, and then data input into the MLS, then go live, then syndicate the listing. All that takes 3 or 4 days. So what I don't want you going to do is updating your listing agreement or getting an extension or an off MLS exclusion waiver. No. Put everything in CSU and just document it and just say, hey, couldn't go live, waiting for photos. And then when your photo package comes in and you upload everything and it goes out, we would never get in trouble or a violation with the MLS or those contracts because you got them signed and didn't go to market right away, okay? That 24-hour rule really just needs to be changed. That's my point.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a legal requirement.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Or-
and then it is.
Okay.
And then what do we want to do with our final point?
Yes.
I have a question on that. Is it 24 hours from the date the listing agreement starts, or the date it was signed?
Starts, because it has to have fully executed contract.
So they could sign it on the 19th, the listing's gonna go active on the 25th. So you have 6 days to get all of your photos, all of your everything, so it, you know, just behooves you to use maybe a little gap in there between the date it's signed and the date it's gonna go active.
Right.
And then you're not violating that 24 hours.
But that's the thing, like, soon as I get a listing signed, I want the broker to sign it, I want to put it in CSU, I want to get rolling, because if I don't do that, what am I going to probably do? I'll probably forget.
I'm saying it gives you those 6 days to get your photos, gives you,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're not in violation of the MLS rule.
Right.
So-
That's the new, as a matter of fact, that's the new listing agreement. Now you have a date that is signed, then you have a date that it goes live, until that you want, with the second date.
So I just
Right.
learned something new. All right, so in the new updated listing agreement, there's a section to go live.
Yeah.
See, I told you it needed to be changed, now it's done.
That's why we're compliant.
I haven't looked at the new one. Good job, Roberto, I learned something new today. All right, so that solves that problem.
Yes, but also you can start entering it in the MLS. Everybody knows that, right? You can hit save. You can fill out all your information, not go live, and do everything up to that point. Have all the details fresh in your mind, and just say save and exit. But please hit save.
Please hit save.
Please, God, hit save. You know, I've had agents come in like, how do I get it back? You didn't save. And that really sucks because we know it's a long process. But constantly hit save, 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 save. Just make sure that you're good there. And then my final point is just watch your paperwork, watch the RPAs. I'm going to call out JoJo because she did a wonderful job watching an RPA, but she was so concerned that the other agent didn't read the RPA because she asked for 3% closing costs. And she's had nightmares about it. She's like, should I call them and remind them to read the agreement?
So they got the price they wanted on their list, 3% commission, 3% closing cost, title company, and something else. And
Yeah.
she's like, this is too good to be true. Like, should I call the other agent and tell him, like, look at this contract again? I go, absolutely not. No. They signed it. They should have effing read it. Good job. And she got it to the finish line.
You forgot the one little story of what you did to her.
So I walk in a week later and I go, hey, I just got a call from their broker. They said, you can't get that 3% in closing costs. And she just stared at me.
Oh my God. Like I heard it from my office and I'm like, seriously, Erin. And she's like staring and just like, she's had nightmares.
I think there was a tear about this. I go, no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
You're so mean. We walked in there, I'm like, do we have to call them? And you're like, no, we don't call them to remind them.
All right, let's bring up Jennifer Alessi,
Oh!
our beloved lender.
Wow. Only 9
7
months
years we've been
in.
together. 6 months we've been married. Okay, it's just like,
I think it's like 8 months too.
Yeah.
It's not.
for the newbies, let's tell everybody who you are just in case.
I am Jennifer Alessi, by the way, not Whitman, previous Whitman. No, I'm the in-house lender. I'm here to help your buyers get approved, answer any questions that you guys have with lending. I was just going to touch real quick on market. I know there's quite a bit of new faces in here that I have not seen in a month. So, welcome to the team. You're on a great team. Mortgage rates. Kind of see what's going on with mortgage rates, right? They're kind of hovering right now, mid-6s. We haven't really seen any major drops. We haven't seen any, We haven't seen any major increases either. But remember, interest rates are based off of what's going on in the economy. We have inflation, jobs data, all that. Interest rates are based off of all of that information, all of those scenarios. But I see buyers adapting to the rates. You guys see buyers out there right now that are kind of, we've been around this for quite a while now. I think buyers are like, you know what? Okay, it's not that bad. I can afford the payment. Let's move forward with the house. So I feel like I have 15 escrows this month closing. So it's busy. There are tons of buyers out there. Thanks, Scott. Inventory is up a lot compared to what we were for the last 4 years. So there's a lot of negotiating out there. If you guys have buyers that are on the fence, have them call me. Even if they're 6 months out, Raquel and I, we're talking to a client on Saturday. Her lease isn't up till April. But let's make sure by the time April comes around, because as we know, time flies, right? We're already halfway through the year, quarter 3. Make sure that the buyers are ready for when that time comes. Her buyer's currently in a lease. Sometimes they can get out of a lease. It just depends. But I'm here to answer any questions, get on any calls, anything like that for your buyers that, any structuring deals, getting deals accepted, anything like that.
Don't be scared to ask people, like, what's holding you back from buying right now? And if they say anything financial, anything with interest rates, anything with loans, mortgage, just be like, listen, I guarantee you having just one phone call with me and my preferred lender can sort out a lot of this stuff. And whether we buy a house today or in 5 years from now, I want to be your guy or I want to be your girl. And if you can just get somebody excited to jump on a phone call with a lender, they may learn something new. She may be able to pull off a few miracles, which I saw her do many, many times. And it just gets that momentum and like the blood flowing where somebody goes, you know what? The market is better than I thought. That payment isn't as bad as I thought. Everybody's just so effing negative on when it comes to the housing market when it's really not bad at all. Like the inventory is great, concessions are great. Yeah, rates went up, but they should have never been 3% in the first place. Like, let's be realistic, and they're never going back down. So our goal is just to have a good conversation and then say, hey, I just really think you can come over to my office, we can go downstairs and have coffee, we'll talk to Jen. Just let her just do her magic. She goes through the matrix, she goes through all of this financial stuff really fast and quick and easy. She's got built-in AI in the background. Just, it's not going to be a waste of time. I just want you to do that. And if you could get 10 people a month to say yeah to that, then you'll have 2 or 3 closings every month after that. You'll be like, damn, I didn't know it was that easy. Like leverage her, she can have those conversations. And you guys got the space and the leads to do it, so jump on it.
Exactly. I'm here for you guys. Any
She
questions?
actually got a pre-approval. Remember Belinda that you got a
Uh-huh.
pre-approval for? They actually got out of their lease because they found a home, and she had already the letter for them. We submitted it with the offer, and they weren't out of their lease until like next February.
Yeah, sometimes they can get out early if they're buying a house. And the other thing too, if you're in an open house or you're talking to clients and they may say, well, I don't know my credit right now. Remember, they're probably looking at Credit Karma. Credit Karma is like looking at Zillow for the value of your home, right? Like it's not always accurate. I've seen it go both ways. Never turn them away, even if they're like, well, I think my score's at 550. When we pull credit, we're looking at a different model than what your bank account or your car loans or things like that are looking at. Let me pull it. We also have a credit simulator that we can run that there may be ways if they just pay down a credit card, we might be able to get that score up to where they need it to be able to buy a house. People qualify when they don't even, they can't even believe they qualify. They never in their million years thought that they would ever qualify. Have them sit down, have them have a conversation. It doesn't hurt, it's free.
Or you'll be surprised, excuse me, somebody that doesn't qualify right now, if they just put like $2,000 or $3,000 towards some of their debt, that
Yeah.
she says, go pay this to this to this to that, and then their credit score just shoots up, and then
Yeah.
they're like, here's your pre-approval letter. They're like, oh my God, I didn't know I
Yeah.
could do that. There's little things you guys may or may not know. Raquel,
Yeah.
you had a question?
Yeah, so when someone is in a lease and you're saying maybe possibly able to get out, is it from them having to pay the balance of what is due for the remainder of their lease, or there's like an exclusive situation and like they're purchasing a home?
No, she meant more along the lines is they didn't think they could afford a house,
Yeah.
so they were gonna stay in their lease. Soon as they met with the lender, they found out I can afford it, and then they got out of their lease and they went and bought a home. So, and if you guys run into that scenario where
Or
there's a
sometimes they can
tenant,
get out early.
like your client is renting and they're in a lease, you can sometimes get out of those.
Exactly.
One way is just
Yeah.
go to the owner and say, hey,
Yeah.
can I give you a 30-day notice and I just want to get out of my lease? And some owners are gracious to do that because they just kind of want you gone and they want to put somebody else in there. Another option is say, hey, can I give you a 30-day notice, but I'm also going to give you an additional $1,500 to buy myself out of this lease and give you some wiggle room on finding a new tenant, right? There's no canceling leases and backing out of leases because you get sued and all that nasty
Yeah.
shit happens. But if I'm let's say I got 4 months left on my lease and I'm meeting with a lender today, by the time I find the house, go into escrow, do a 30-day closing, it's going to be 2-3 months anyway, and there's only a month left on that lease that you're trying to get out of. So like, yeah, you're in a lease right now, no problem. When does it expire? That's like the exact next thing I would say to somebody.
Exactly.
Keep that in mind.
It
It happens
depends,
all the time.
you know.
And then some of these tenants may want to buy the house that they're in. I have that happen all the time too. Do you like the house you're in? And my lender can buy it. I can structure a deal for you. You know, there's options there. You just got to be a little creative and love to talk to people about solving problems or moving them forward to certain goals.
Yeah.
She had VA, conventional, FHA. We have bank statement
Non-QM,
loans, non-QM,
DSCR
loans, and then like
Non-warrantable condos.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, dealing with that.
Real quick, is that we actually, when we went to First Colony, one of the big things we said, because we're in Vegas, we wanted this product, and they have it. So what is it?
So, if you guys are aware, condo financing, especially in Vegas, we are a very different animal than a lot of other states, okay? Condo financing out here is very difficult. It can be very difficult, especially if you're looking FHA. If you guys have FHA buyers that have to go FHA and they're looking at condos, please have them call me before you put an offer in. Listing agents do not look, I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus,
Oh, throw them under the bus. It's okay.
but listing agents don't do their homework. And they will put that they can accept FHA financing on a condo, and they cannot. I have a website that I can look up in the matter of 2 seconds to see if the condo is approved. okay? There are ways of getting single units approved. It takes a long time, it's a lot of work, we can do it, but it doesn't happen very often. We have where we can do non-warrantable condos. A non-warrantable condo means that it does not meet Fannie or Freddie guidelines of financing for a condo, okay? Your renters versus owners might be too high. There's certain things. We have our Freddie Mac team is able to actually finance those condos when most other lenders cannot, or they have to go non-warrantable. Non-warrantable means you have a higher interest rate, you have to put more money down, and that means it does not meet the condo questionnaire. So anytime you have condos, please call me. Like, let's look at this. We can look at the Fannie Freddie approved list already, but especially FHA loans. We have to make sure those are approved.
So most lenders don't do these loans or can't do these loans. So it just opened up more qualifications. So if someone's looking for a condo, don't send them to Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
I have to meet with my lender for a specific reason, because when buying a condo in Las Vegas, there's a ton of criteria that
Yeah.
we need to make sure we cover. And the beauty, the underwriter at First Colony literally wrote the rules and regulations for Fannie and Freddie like
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
I sat next to her in Utah, flew out on a private plane, met with their team in Utah. They picked up the whole thing for us, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is the lady that wrote every guideline that every loan is under, and she's sitting here just schooling us on stuff. And I was like, wow, that was impressive. So that was why we also wanted to partner with these guys. They're just absolutely lights out on getting these deals done. And then if you have a deal that's falling apart, call the back
Yeah.
home. Get her to rescue the loan for you. She'll get it closed in a week and a half to 2 weeks max, right?
Yeah, Roberto and I have one closing, and we got I think there were multiple offers, right?
Yes.
And we got the offer accepted because I said, hey, 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, I promise you I'll close this loan, and we're closing on Friday. So if it's a matter of you are up against, other offers, and we need that seller wants a quick close, please call me. We have everything in-house. I can get this slammed through in 10 days if we need to. Seriously.
Stupid fast.
It's
Works-
ridiculous
works for all
fast.
your conversations.
Yes.
All right, Jennifer Alessi.
Thank you.
so much for your Okie dokie. What are we moving on to now? Why don't you jump into this one and take over for a minute?
All right, so CSU Challenge, once again, anything to do with tech, I love. So we
What
have,
is a CSU challenge, by the way?
so all of our habits that we do, our calls, our emails, our texts, our conversations, appointments.
Open
they-
houses.
Open houses. just-
Contracts.
Okay, calm down. You wanted me to take over, Jesus. So Anthony had a score of crazy amount, 56,000 points.
That's one of our highest, by the way.
That's one of our highest. Actually, last month, I think it was like just below 50.
Yeah.
So every month that I've been here, it's gone up every single month. So I'm just waiting for the $100,000 mark.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you spend some extra money there.
All right.
So then Anthony won $500 cash from this guy for doing such an amazing job. Okay, and not only keeping track of things, because Thug keeps track of certain things, calls from Thug, emails, texts. But that means he has to go in there and keep track of open houses and offers and conversations. That's the dedication
Yep.
of making sure you're tracking your habits.
Yep.
So very impressive.
So great job to Anthony.
Yes.
All right. We do have a second and third place winners, right? So we
Yes.
got Girk came in 51,000 points. Roberto, 47,000. And they get $250 cash prizes.
Yep.
Roberto, I'm paying all your gas every month right now.
No gas, electric car.
Electric. Maybe it's for your food and wine. No, good job on your KPIs. Then we had the June CSU Challenge. It was a team versus team challenge.
Yep.
We had David, Scott, Rafa, Priscilla, Art, Jessica, Ed, Raquel, Gert, James, Roberto, Stefan, Conrad. Everybody was in there. We had about 18 players, right?
Yep.
and it was a close battle.
It was, up until the final day. And I really do blame the people on your side, only because you are the broker and they felt compelled. Because I was up front like most of the month. I really was. So I'm pretty sure like there's some back end dealing going on where you were like handing out 20s or something like that. But I'm very proud of everybody. You guys really killed it. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit talking.
Yeah.
But we had a blast doing it.
So instead of just taking my team out, because I love all you guys, I'm taking all the agents out. We'll blow that cash. We'll have some fun. I'm just happy you guys showed up and did some KPIs with me. So great job. We'll do another one.
No,
do
we have
another
to. It was
one.
fun.
We'll do one every other month. I think
Yeah.
it'll be fun to do. All right, so we have new members of our leadership team. I want to welcome Mike Wilson, Kai Coleman, and Austin Williamson. They're going to come up, introduce themselves. We're expanding, we're growing, and I got like 30 years worth of knowledge over here. 35. Add it all up. All right, Mike, why don't you come up and get started, grab the catch box, and these guys are just going to talk briefly about what they're doing with the brokerage to help you guys.
So actually, Kai's going to come up with me because we are the yin and the yang.
That's
You're going to find
yeah.
out he's the energy, I'm the stability.
Our biggest thing is to help you guys grow your business and accountability. And it's there if you want it and if you need it. A lot of systems, a lot of training. I mean, it's a lot to unpack for new agents and then older agents that are older, not aged, but experienced, we'll call it, agency. You know, coming over here, we do things a certain way. So, I mean, our job is just to help.
One of the things I think both Kai and I realized when we came in here was how much technology we actually have, that you all have access to. You know, being in the industry for 20 years, Kai 15 years, a lot of the things you guys have access to, we didn't have access when we got in the business. So you may not realize it or understand it, but there is a lot of technology that will help you grow if you just utilize it. And that's what Kai and I are here to do. Whether you're brand new in the industry, you've been in for 3 years, you've been in for 12 years, 20 years, guarantee we can help you grow your business if you just take advantage of what we're offering.
This number's wrong, all right? It's not 15 years. This is my 19th year.
You
Next.
told me 15.
Listen.
Listen, I asked for talking
Sometimes
points.
I just make up some stuff, all
Okay.
right? So in July next year will be my 20th, all right? And Mike is absolutely right. You guys are a part of a group that's got more technology pieces than I've ever seen. And my biggest thing is, so I'm licensed in 3 states. This is my 3rd one. And you have to believe what you're selling. For me to come on and take this role here, I walked in and immediately was sold by what I see that is given to you guys just for being part of these guys. This family here is like, wow. So, I mean, if I had that, I mean, Alaska's probably not going to have half of these things for another 10 years, but you guys are on to something special.
One thing I want to ask everybody, who has a coach for something in their life? Whether it's a tennis coach, athletic trainer, a piano coach. Anybody have any kind of coach?
Wow.
Had?
Raise a
Had?
hand.
Had?
How many people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a few?
A few.
Yep.
The point I want to get across is if you're going to hire a coach to help you lose weight or to help you perfect an instrument, why don't you have a coach to help you grow your business and make more money? We don't really think about it too much, right? You think it's just for people who have that money to spend. It's not. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help you grow your business. So the technology is great, but if you don't know how to use it, you don't use it, you don't apply it, it won't benefit you. So take advantage of us and what we're doing here, because we're helping this company grow. And that's our mission, to grow everybody that's here and to bring new agents in that want to grow also.
Yeah, Mike is actually, I've known him for a better part of like 25 years. He started in real estate when I started. When we were together at our previous brokerages, we were operations managers, we were short sale department managers, REO managers, side by side with the flipping of houses and those department trustee sales. Like, we did it all. And at times we were closing a few hundred transactions per month. We were doing thousands and thousands of broker price opinions for the banks. We had I think, over 1,100 listings at one time in 1 month. Like, we did it all back in the day, and it was fun. And he's been in mortgages and real estate the entire time. So when I was thinking rebuilding my leadership team, I said to myself, I need the experience. I want to work with like-minded people. I want to work with people that are, you know, obviously going to bring a lot of value to my agents. And I really want to scale this out the right way so that each agent in this office has exactly what they need. And we spent the better part of 2 months talking about it before I even brought him in for his first interview. I was just taking it so much more seriously. And the same with Kai. I think we went 4 meetings, a dinner, and then his experience and his background led me to believe with his energy that he could bring that and assist the agents as well. And I go, let's not just stop there. We need a director of marketing and growth, and we have a sales manager, and an owner, and a managing broker, and an office manager. I go, I got everything you could possibly ask for built out with this leadership team, and it has to provide value to the agents, otherwise it doesn't need to exist. And like, that's as serious as a heart attack were the conversations I had with these guys in order for you guys to get what you need, because we're not the average brokerage out there. And even times go up, times go down, you know, I get it, markets aren't great, real estate's tough, but if we're not always like evolving and looking at how we can be better, then you just become stale and stagnant, and this is not the industry to be in to do that. So we're just taking it very seriously, the way we're going to be traveling moving forward, and that's why these two guys, you know, they showed up, they committed to it, and they're here now, and we've been kicking ass and taking names in the background, and we're going to start unleashing that to you guys right now. We're not going to slow down. So thank you for coming on board. Love you guys.
One more thing real quick. Every other Monday, Kai and I are running the, which class?
Performance Pulse.
Performance Pulse. Every Wednesday, we're doing foundations. So if you can't come to the class in here, jump on Zoom, because I guarantee you're going to learn something from every meeting.
Yeah, and I guess we should, if you want to find them, they're on Agent Edge Coaching. They have a booking link. You could book time for one-on-ones, new agents, experienced agents. You guys can book time with them. You want to get caught up and look at what we're doing, or just start showing up to the trainings, and they've already got like orders to kind of start reaching out to agents, saying hi, bringing you guys in, recapping where you're at, and just start to push forward. So utilize them. That's what they're here for. Yeah? Cool. Good. All right, gentlemen. Thank you. All right. All right, Mr. Austin. What can I say about this gentleman? So, Austin, I was looking for a marketing and growth director, somebody that can generate leads, generate business, get sellers, get buyers, do organic social, paid social, use a podcast room, videography, headshots, algorithms, pay-per-click, Facebook and Meta, ManyChat, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So for like 6 months, I'm interviewing. Nobody I could find. This guy comes in and absolutely blows my mind, has every component that I think a company needs, and then some. And we're starting to work on our projects, and it's all going to filter down to basically you guys for generating leads and social media packaged up beautifully with him and our office manager, Aiden. Right, so that's the vision, and you can go ahead and give a little background on that. But the guy, you guys, if you've seen The Matrix, the movie, you see when the one guy that's sitting in the chair and he's reading the green little things coming down, and he's like, that's a steak, that's a woman in a red dress, and all I see is those little green dots going down the computer. That's how his brain operates. He's dialed into the Matrix more than you could ever think of, and it's stupid impressive. So the floor is yours, my friend.
I appreciate it. No, I come from the association, so it was a good fit. Before that, I always did growth marketing, and obviously in the past 3 or 4 years, it's changed dramatically with AI and technology, like everyone's been talking about. The goal remains the same, though. You know, especially for brokerages, right? You want leads, you want business, you want clients, you want technology to work for you, not against you. All of those things remain the same across pretty much every year that I've been active in this space. We were at Las Vegas Realtors. I started there at the end of 2021. We grew their consumer site, which does a lot of the stuff that a brokerage is doing, but it doesn't have a designated broker or team behind it. So it's kind of like a free-for-all for the leads. We scaled from 20,000 website viewers, website users, to 150,000, anywhere from 600 leads a month all the way to 10,000 leads a month at the peak. But again, I couldn't direct those leads to any one group or one brokerage because it's the association. It was just for everyone. Here, we're going to do the exact same thing, right? We look for the same type of growth, same type of scale. Beyond that, though, I talked to some of the agents already. I don't want to just deliver 1,000 leads in your inbox. Say, okay, go ahead and call them. Good luck. It's like I want the leads that are coming from me to be pre-vetted and predetermined to be higher success, higher conversion rate than what you would otherwise get, right? And so if we can achieve that, talking to Aaron, the goal is we do that as the initial rollout for the team overall, and then we package that into Agent Edge coaching and provide that for you up front. Like, how am I doing that? What tools am I using? Why did I do it this way? So that you can have that knowledge yourself. You can scale your own. Obviously, we're going to keep being here to support you as a team, as a brokerage. But for your own personal growth, I think it's important that you understand what's happening behind the scenes and really understand what goes into it so that you can take that, build out your own pipelines and funnels and have your own success on top of what we're providing. So that's kind of why I'm here.
Like a small example of that is, here's a $500 budget. We're going to build these ads. We're going to automate them. We're going to have chatbots come in. We're going to sell a buyer's guide, a seller's guide, commission rebate. We're going to show them these properties. We're going to filter all these leads in. This one says, yes, I'm ready to go. This one's a nurture. This one wants to list their home. And we're converting at like an 8% conversion rate. Once that funnel is just built out, I'm paying for it, I'm doing it, we're building it, we're testing it. Once that funnel's done, then you get it, then you get it, then you get it, and all the way through. And then we go back and build another one, and then we hand it off to the agents. And whether you have a $50 budget or a $50,000 marketing budget, we're going to be able to package it up and deliver it to you, along with an organic, non-paid lead generation system too. And I'll match that up against any brokerage in the country as we roll these out. So I want to come here every month with a new lead source that you guys can attack and have, or jump into our system in FUB and meet with us, and we'll deliver the leads to you, or you can generate them on your own. But if you're cranking out, this dude, I haven't seen it yet, but he's telling me thousands of leads per month that are filtered down. It's an incredible amount. If you just look at Zillow Flex, we get 200 leads a month. We convert at 8%. What's the math on that? 15 transactions, right? 20 transactions, sometimes they're sellers. So like, if we're doing that with 200 leads, imagine what you can do with 1,000, or just 200 of your own, right? And you guys all test something and then it doesn't work, or you get really like just upset that the leads are bad quality. Like, we don't want to put any of that shit in front of you. We want to put like really great quality, really great conversions. And then if you build that pipeline, you close those deals and the referrals, like by next year, you should be doing 30, 40 transactions a year. Like, that's the goal. And the only reason I brought you in to make that happen, right? Besides, I love you and everything. But he knows what the mission is, and that's what we're going to deliver. Like, there's no questions on it, right?
That's right.
All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate you, Austin. All right, brother. All right, we're going to wrap up pretty soon. We got a few things to cruise through. So on the national side of market conditions, I just wanted to let you guys know, and I'll do this briefly because the market's been pretty stable. We haven't seen big changes. So let's just look at like the 3 top insights right now. More homes are available for buyers, slower home price appreciation, market conditions vary by region. So what we see in Vegas is happening across the country right now. In the bottom line, a more balanced housing market is creating opportunities for buyers while keeping home prices relatively stable. All right? That's what's happening in our market and across the country. Now, you'll see headlines like this, and it says foreclosures are rising but remain at normal levels. What year was this, Mike? You haven't even seen this graph. What year do you think?
2006, 7, 8.
Okay, this is 2008 foreclosures. This is where we are right now. So don't read the headlines. You're always going to see some foreclosures in any market you're in. That's across the country right now, and it's just normal. You're going to have a little. But if somebody sees this and they call you and they want a short sale or a foreclosure, you say they don't exist, they're not good properties, they're only less than 1% of our market right now, and if you're an investor, this is not the way you purchase properties, because banks sell homes at fair market value. If you're an investor, you buy homes
Wow.
under fair market value. Bottom line, today's market is fundamentally different from the last housing crash. While foreclosure activity is gradually returning to more typical levels, there are no signs of widespread distressed selling. That's the mindset we're going to be in. Locally, I'll cruise through this. So we're almost at 8,500 homes in May, and then June got up to 88. We'll probably go up to 9,000 homes. You add new construction in, you're about 10,000 homes. For new agents, like 10,000 homes is a nice, stable market. You have 16,000 homes, it's going to be a tremendous buyer's market. And then we were at 3,000 homes for a long time. We're out of that mix. We got some nice, healthy inventory for everybody to look at. The new listings is about 1,200 every single month. It's not high, it's not low, it's just trending nice and easy right now. But out of all those new listings hitting, there's still a lot of overpriced sellers, because our June price decreases went up to 1,200. That's a lot of price reductions happening. So the buyer demand is a little low, and if the house isn't priced right, you're going to feel it. Roberto's got a beautiful listing right down the street here, listed at what?
750, but now it's 725.
What was the original list price?
Yeah, 750.
750.
So 25,000.
And now he's at 725. And I looked at the house and I go, it's going to be a 680. It's got to have a 6 in front of it. And that seller wanted 750. We're off by like $50,000, $75,000 on what a seller's expectations are. And it's going to take time to wind down that guy's price strategically. And that's where these guys are sitting. There's a lot of people just waiting for that buyer to come in and buy that house. And if it's not the best condition and the best looking and the best priced, it will sit. It will certainly sit. So you got to be adamant. Don't lose a listing, take a listing. Just be very strategic on how we implement price reductions and to give feedback to those sellers. All right, sold it under contract. On a general month-to-month basis, a good healthy market, we're closing 3,000 transactions. Okay? In May, we sold 2,800. In June, we sold 2,700. So in a good market, like high, 3,500 deals are closing per month. We're right there. Like the business is out there. 1% of that is 30 deals. Like you can get out there and get at it. It's happening one way or another. A bad month would be like 1,500 transactions closed. We're nowhere near that, and we haven't seen it in the better part of 3 years. So we're like, since interest rates went up, the housing market is just stable. It's flat, and it's just, that's what we've been looking at for 3 years. And I'll come back here next month, and for probably the rest of the year, these numbers are going to look pretty much the same. So what you're dealing with now, I think you're going to deal with all next year, all this year. Unless something crazy happens, we'll be on top of it, but I don't see many changes coming in. So what you want to tell everybody is inventory's up and there's deals out there. We already went over what the interest rate environment looks like. Today's, for financing, tons of financing options. You can get sellers to pay closing costs. You can buy houses cheaper than list price. You can get down payment assistance. Why wouldn't you buy now? Okay, I don't know. And don't try to like convince people. Try to coach them. Today was all about coaching people through what's going on. And then, the rewards will come for the buyers and sellers you're working with if you stay on it. Let's bring up our other sponsor, Mindy Brown in the town. So this is First American Home Warranty. Mindy, I just wanted to bring you up for a couple quick seconds so our new friends and family can see you. And then I know, the ACs are broken and it's hot outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, we can go
Yeah,
over to this
yeah.
side.
My phone has been blowing up. You can imagine what 4th of July weekend was like for me. First of all, hello everybody. Good morning. It's nice to see you. I actually just wanted to, in July and August, we have a promo going on. A lot of you newbies may not have gotten it because I probably don't have you on my marketing campaign yet, but for the other seasoned people, an email went out. July and August, we have $50 discount off of any policy. So just when you send me the order or your TC or anybody sends it to me, just let me know if you need me to apply it, if we're going to have some buyer funds. And then just keep in mind that our military and our first responders went up from $25 to $75 off of any policy. So I can't combine the two, but I can use one or the other. But the other one is July and August. So it's a really good deal to add $50. It helps the buyers off of any policy.
And then sometimes we forget, we're always buyers need home warranties. You have a seller, you have a listing. Do you have listing coverage through FACO?
I do not.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda.
We're
That's
meeting
why-
on Monday. I'll go over it with you.
What is
Um,
in 10 seconds, what is listing coverage? So I'm
so-
the owner,
Yes.
right? I'm listing my house, you're my realtor. Why do I want listing coverage?
So listing coverage it's only the basic policy. We have 3 policies. The basic policy is what can be on the listing coverage. Nobody pays anything up front until it's under contract and getting ready to close. So your sellers can use the basic policy to repair any claims that is going on with the house during that time. And if the buyers, for whatever reason, decide not to stay with First American, or they go with somebody else, or they waive a home warranty, nobody is paying anything unless you add the HVAC. There is HVAC coverage at $70. It is limited to $1,500 on the sellers only, not on the buyer side. But nobody pays anything up front. So it's a win-win for your sellers.
Does
It's
it
a
matter
good.
if I already have a home warranty on my house or not?
You don't want to combine them. I mean, if you already have it with First American, I can also guide you with that. So that is a question to ask.
So with days on market being much longer than they normally are, and if a seller doesn't have a home warranty, call Mindy
Yeah.
and get seller's coverage put on the house. Because if these little things are breaking while your listing's going on,
Yes.
they'll run out there, they'll fix it, you'll look like a rock star at $75. We're not replacing an HVAC unit, okay, that's $20,000, $30,000.
But they will
the-
cover up to $1,500 though, and
They-
that's better than nothing. You're out of pocket your whole
Right.
thing.
Some sellers just got crazy expectations when you
Yes,
say,
very
you
true.
got a warranty, everything's free now. No, wait, well, calm
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Like-
Nothing's free.
But you look like a rock star, you can help them out, but before you put the listing coverage on the house, talk to Mindy first, know what it is, have a flyer, and when you go on your listing appointments, that's where I did this back in the day, like years and years and years ago. I go, by the way, not only I list your house, I'll have this home warranty here, cover everything. They go, how much is it? I go, it's free. They're like, yeah, right. No, I go, it's really free. Like, this is how it's set up. And they go, okay, count me in. So that helps you just stand out a little bit more above the other realtors, and you're providing a service. And those little things that pick
Right.
at you when you got to get them fixed and you're
Yeah.
busy, like just have the home
We use
warranty
it, people
covered.
use the seller's coverage a lot. So just
Yeah.
reach out to me and I can go over, and I can even talk to the sellers about it so they are educated and understand the expectations
Yeah.
on what it covers.
Beautiful.
Okay?
We know how to get a hold of you.
Yes.
We have training. We're rocking and rolling. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
everything.
I appreciate it.
So look who just showed up. Hello, hello.
Hey.
Christy Wright's in the house, everybody. I just wanted to say hi.
Full house, guys.
We didn't know you were coming.
I just like to pop in.
Yeah.
I'm auditing.
All
I'm
right.
auditing.
Okay.
A+ for everyone.
All right. Thank you. She's with Landmark Title, in case you guys forgot. Oh, real quick, I
Yeah.
forgot to ask Tyler. When is the move-in for the
I'd
office?
say less than 3 weeks. We had a little internet issue that we had to correct, but that's almost fixed. And then we're going to be live and open in there to sign and service you guys. It's so exciting. But anything print, marketing, tech, you see that blondie right there. That's your guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm just his backup. He's
If
his
you,
backup.
and then if you got a problem, you go to me, and then
Yeah.
I go to her,
Then
and
you
she's
go to
like,
me.
Aaron, I got it under control. I say thank you, and it's a win.
Yeah.
Right?
It's really, we got a beautiful process here.
It's a good
That's
flow.
it.
It's a
And then
good
Annie
flow.
just, does everything on autopilot.
Give her our best.
Please
We heard.
keep us posted. I will. knowing Annie, she'll be like having a baby and like also purchasing an escrow at the same time. So, yeah, she'll be fine. Send her your deals. That's how you can support her. Team's still running perfectly. But again, any problems, please don't hesitate to tell us. You can call me, Tyler, Aaron, anybody.
Yeah, perfect. All right, love, thank you. Appreciate you. All right, we'll do awards. I'll let you guys go. So, but a couple things. One, please take as much food as you can. I do not want to throw it out. Two, we're going to move into Success Floor right about 11:30, 12 o'clock today for agents sticking around for training. We have Success Floor. For some of the new people checking us out with our agent attraction here, we'd love for you to stick around for 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe do some conversations privately in our office next door or hang out over here and meet some agents. So you guys are more than welcome to hang around. And then any other housekeeping details that I'm missing?
No, I mean, I really would love for you guys to stick around even for just a presentation of Success Floor. We're doing it a little bit differently, and I think it would be exciting, even if you're an experienced agent, kind of see what we're doing now.
Sounds good. All right, stick around if you want to grow. So the Rookie of the Month 2026, Stephen Kent. Stephen, consistent in June, 343 outbound calls, a 7% contact rate, focusing on only listings through Vortex, went on an expired listing appointment, almost got it, didn't quite get it, but
He went on a listing appointment with me.
Yep.
We closed it. It was beautiful. And it's a listing and a buyer. He's going to be doing all the showings. And then he's also going on another listing appointment with me tomorrow.
wow.
So he is killing
So
it.
here's what I want you guys to know about Stefan. He has a full-time job making $250,000 a year. He works at home with 2 kids and his wife. He does this on like Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like I never thought he'd be able to do it because a lot of people remote go, I'll do it, I gotta do it. I'm like, he actually did it. He's gonna probably get 4 deals out of those 343 calls. So it is possible, and he's going after all listings, and if you're selling, you might need to buy. Great job.
Yeah.
Stefan gets a big round. All right, conversation 257, Roberto. FYI, we're going to get these slides out to each of the agents. We're going to post these slides on our social media. Austin is going to start growing the channels in your business and sending this stuff to you because you showed up and because you won. I want to get this out and let everybody know. So beautiful job there. Most appointments set with 7 with our old school Justin Perry. Nice job there. David, you had the most appointments met. I want to. When are you going to have some offers going out? I have them. You got them going? Yeah. That's a lot of appointments. I want to see at least 3 deals. All right, let's feed that little baby you got. All right, let's get some deals. Okay, Margarita Edwards, our top buyer signed. She's got $4 million in volume signed in deals right now. Top listing agent signed, Sarah Stagum, with about $3 million in volume. Let's give her a round. Lindsay closed a $4 million deal. That check was big. Let's give her a round. And then Brandon Johnson, you guys see him all over the place. He's doing social media like a champ. He had $2 million in closed listing volume alone. So good job to him. And then I don't see Dorothea. She's here every day.
Every day, but she's not here today.
But why don't you give, so, cultural icon, we'll send it out so she knows, but why did you pick Dorothea today?
Well, one, anybody that knows her, her attitude is incredible, but she shows up for every training. Always physically here. Every once in a while she'll jump on Zoom and she's like, I'm sorry. But she's always grabbing nuggets from us. She's always encouraging people. She always wants to help. And since, we're all full-time here, when she's in the office, you can just feel that she's part of the family.
That's right.
And absolutely, she exemplifies what we're trying to create.
That's right, good
Yeah.
job. All righty, I think we're jumping into, okay, so I'm scratching all the awards we were originally doing. We had Inner Circle, we had this, we had that. I'm moving it to a full-on President's Club. So a couple things I'm gonna quickly go through. We're going to do the monthly recognition just like we were doing. We'll send out professional digital branding and social media spotlights for everybody on the monthly awards. Then we're going to do quarterly awards. We're going to go off-site, luncheon, honoring the top performers with special recognition and awards for all of their hard work and dedication. Annual awards, we're going to do as a Christmas party. We're going to go back to the Durango, to Bel Air Lounge. We'll have a big company-wide party for that. And then President's Club. Who gets into President's Club? This is the one that is the highest achievement, recognizing all of the production and the company impact. So I like President's Club because it's a race to the top. The people we're picking, the top producer in units, not volume, because you could close $2 million deals and it could equal 20 closed units. So we're going to grab the top producer by unit and then the top 3 company producers by dollar. That means if I paid into my cap, or I hit a certain amount of transaction fees, or I did a Zillow Flex, or I did some Alessi Realty Group's leads, or multiple ways for a company to make money, those 3 agents are coming out. Then we have the leadership team. If they hit their goals, they are coming out. And then we have a special golden buzzer where I go, I don't care what that person did this year. I want them to come out and join us for President's Club. All of these people, plus ones, and we all go to like Mexico or Hawaii or offsite, something really, really fantastic to celebrate all that hard work for the year. And we won't tally those numbers up until January 1st, and then President's Club is usually March, April-ish, and I figure we'll have 15 people going out on just an amazing trip. So we already can see these numbers, and I'll start organizing and streamlining and getting this out on a weekly, monthly basis right now.
Yep.
So I'm just super proud of like how we set this up.
And I'm actually gonna get a golden buzzer. I really want one. I don't care what it costs, and I want like confetti, like X Factor type of situation.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
The golden buzzer.
Yeah, but what's the show?
X Factor. America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent.
You smash it.
AGT.
Yes.
Okay, we'll do it like that. We'll have
Yep.
a big end-of-year sales meeting. We'll have
Yep.
the golden buzzer and all this stuff.
Yep. Even if I have to throw it myself, I'll just do it. Yeah.
You guys like that setup?
Yeah.
Cool? Yeah? All right. All right, well, game on. Last week we did accountability, production, agent ed, sphere of influence, follow-up boss. This week, Zillow Flex monthly sales meeting. Wednesday, fundamentals, follow-up boss, SOI. Thursday's landmark training. So keep your eyes on our training calendar and Agent Edge and show up to the next meeting. And I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Mic drop. Hi.
Just so you know,
What's your name?
I'm gonna
Rose?
get cultural.
And Pablo? What's your name?
I don't know about
I
that.
knew you were coming
Only
in.
the walking
I forgot names because I knew they were in my calendar. Like, oh, I forgot. So I apologize. Welcome. Welcome. Stick around for a few minutes.
You have to be cultural. Fine, I'm gonna get one. Everybody has a culture. Jill could be Hawaiian.
You like that float plan?
She's probably related to Jason Momoa. You are not Hawaiian.
Everything was good except for